Hi, I'm Jeff Opdyke. I'm here in London today, a very pleasant day in London, just after 5 days in Romania doing some research. And while I was there, I got an email from my colleague Bob Bauman alerting me to the latest update in what the International Monetary Fund is trying to do. I reported a few months ago that the IMF is basically trying to get the Western nations to come together and effectively attack wealth in the Western nations as a way to pay off debt. Bob showed me that there's this new IMF report that's come out, and it basically calls for a savings on tax on savings, and it calls for massive debt write-offs across the Western world. And the reason is because the US, the UK, the rest of the Western world have accumulated so much debt that the IMF now realizes that it's going to be absolutely impossible to pay off this debt through any sort of normal taxation measures or through austerity measures that we've seen in Europe. So in short, the West has effectively become the same sort of ill-run banana republics that the IMF is accustomed to having to bail out, and now it's the West are having to bail out. And they are suggesting that because the debts are so large, that to escape default, Western nations are going to have to confiscate a percentage of everyone's wealth. So that means if you have two nickels to rub together, you owe the IRS, or you're going to owe the US government some kind of money to help the government pay down the debt that's absolutely unpayable. So now the IMF is talking about what they call, quote, opaque taxes on savers. They're talking about financial repression, such as currency controls that would prevent you from getting your money outside of the country, outside of the US, if you decided you want to. So what that tells me is that now is a time that you need to begin to act, that this new IMF report is just another reason that you need to have an account overseas so that you can begin to protect yourself from wealth confiscation, and is definitely in our future.